Hi friends, welcome back to Fun Learning for Kids with SJ. Hi everyone, today we are going to learn about the capital letters. There are 26 letters in the English alphabet. These are capital letters. The capital letters are also known as uppercase letters, and the small letters are known as lowercase letters. Alright, so when do you use capital letters? You learn when to use capital letters by following the capitalization rules. Capitalization means using capital letters. We are going to look at some of the most important capitalization rules, so you can know when to capitalize letters and when to leave letters lowercase. Alright, so the first capitalization rule is this. Always capitalize the first letter in a sentence. Look at this example. The car is red. Did you notice how the T is capitalized? That's because it's the first letter in the sentence. Always capitalize the first letter in a sentence. How about this one? They are going to the shop. Did you notice? T is capitalized because it's at the beginning of the sentence. Always capitalize the first letter in a sentence. How about this sentence? Swimming is so much fun. The S in swimming is capitalized, isn't it? It's capitalized because it is at the beginning of the sentence. So the first capitalization rule is to always capitalize the first letter in a sentence. Here is the second rule. Always capitalize the pronoun I. A common mistake of English language learners is to forget to capitalize the pronoun I. The word I is always capitalized when you're talking about yourself, no matter where in the sentence it's located. For example, Samson is going to order fish and I am going to order ice cream. The S in Samson is capitalized. You always have to capitalize I. You should never write a sentence like this. Always capitalize the pronoun I. Let's look at the other example. Do you think I should talk to her? Did you notice how the letter D is capitalized? Because we always capitalize the first letter in a sentence. Always capitalize the pronoun I. Friends, so the second capitalization rule is to always capitalize the pronoun I. Let's look at the third capitalization rule. Always capitalize the names of people. Let's look at some of the examples. Alice, James, John, and Snow White. Whenever you write the name of a person, you capitalize it. Did you notice? A for Alice is capitalized, J for James, J for John, and S for Snow, W for White is also capitalized. So, the third capitalization rule is to always capitalize the names of people. Now, let's look at our fourth capitalization rule. Always capitalize the specific names of cities, countries, continents, nationalities, and languages. Let's look at some of the examples. The names of all the cities will always start with a capital letter. For example, Chennai, New York, and London. The names of all the countries will always be capitalized. For example, India, Cambodia, Uganda. The nationalities of all the people all over the world will be capitalized too. For example, Chinese, American, Canadian. Names of all the continents will always be capitalized. For example, Asia, Africa, and Europe. Did you know there are more than 6,000 languages which are spoken in the world today? Whenever we write the names of these languages, we capitalize it too. For example, English, Hindi, and French. So, our fourth capitalization rule is always capitalize the specific names of cities, countries, continents, nationalities, and languages. Now let's look at our fifth capitalization rule. Always capitalize the names of buildings, monuments, bridges, and tunnels. We should always capitalize the names of man-made structures like buildings, monuments, bridges, tunnels, and streets. Whenever we write the names of these structures, we capitalize it. For example, Taj Mahal, Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Lincoln Tunnel are a few good examples. So, our fifth capitalization rule is to always capitalize the names of buildings, monuments, bridges, and tunnels. Now, let's look at our sixth capitalization rule. The next rule is to always capitalize the specific names of water bodies, mountains, and celestial objects. Let's take a look at them. A river is just a river and is not capitalized. But the name of the river, like Mississippi River, is a proper noun and must be capitalized. Water bodies like ponds, lakes, rivers, seas, and oceans have specific names. The names of such water bodies will always be capitalized. For example, Bhimtal Lake, Nile River, Mediterranean Sea, the Dead Sea, Indian Ocean, etc. The same rules that applies to water body names also apply to mountains. Names of mountains, mountain ranges, hills, and volcanoes will also be capitalized. For example, Mount Everest, the Himalaya Range, Malabar Hills, and Mount Vesuvius. The names of planets, comets, and other celestial objects are always capitalized. So our sixth capitalization rule is to always capitalize the names of water bodies, mountains, and celestial objects. Now let's look at our seventh capitalization rule. Always capitalize educational institutions and organizations. The names of schools, universities, organizations, institutions, political parties, etc. are always capitalized. When you write the name of a university or an organization, all words in the name begin with capital letters. For example, Harvard University, Hope International School, Isabella Thoburn College, British Broadcasting Corporation, United Nations Organization, etc. So our seventh capitalization rule is to always capitalize educational institutions and organizations. Our eighth capitalization rule is to always capitalize the days, months, festivals, and special days. In English, we capitalize the days of the week and the months of the year. It doesn't matter if it's at the beginning, the middle, or the end of a sentence. We also use a capital letter at the beginning of the names of the festivals and special days. For example, Christmas, Women's Day, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, etc. So our eighth capitalization rule is to always capitalize the days, months, festivals, and special days. Our ninth capitalization rule is to always capitalize the titles of books, movies, magazines, etc. The capitalization of words in titles can sometimes depend on the particular style of a writer, institution, or publication. There are some general rules to keep in mind. A general rule is to capitalize all major words in a title. So, our ninth capitalization rule is to always capitalize titles of books, movies, magazines, newspaper, etc. Our 10th capitalization rule is to always capitalize titles like Dr., Mr., Mrs., and Miss. For example, I went to Dr. Deepa for a checkup. Mr. Sam is very busy. I am going to bake a cake with Mrs. Smith. Children are going to school with Miss Emily. So, our 10th capitalization rule is to always capitalize the titles like Dr., Mr., Mrs., and Miss. Yay! You did it! Fantastic! Good job! Hey, I really do appreciate you watching this video with me. If you needed help with verbs and wanted to learn more about helping verbs or auxiliary verbs, then you can watch my other videos on those topics. You will see a link in the description box below. You can click on it and directly go to those videos. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope to see you next time. Bye.